That was obviously a really tough game. Really good team that we just played. Guys made plays tonight. Um, it was cool to see our fans stay in the fourth quarter. So we all learned.
Was that a game of, stick to this? Like, you guys it was not looking good halfway through the fourth quarter. But to stick with it like the way you did?
Yeah, and again, it comes down to guys executing and making plays, and sometimes you gotta play bigger for other people. And you saw that tonight on those back-to-back plays with Christian Benford and Big Phil tipping one up. And again, finding ways to get in the end zone. All we had to do is score one more point than them. It didn't matter how we did it. Didn't matter how good or bad it looked. We just got to continue to find ways to win football games.
Take us through. It's the third down play to Dawson. You can't hold on right away going for it. I mean, what was the conversations like there?
There wasn't honestly. There was no conversation. I came on to the sideline, thought it was a touchdown. Obviously, they set it over the jumbotron, and it was just calling the personnel for the offense. So we're just going back in. So really trust Coach McDermott for being aggressive tonight on fourth downs. I know early on in the game too, we converted on a few. So yeah, feels good to have that trust in him.
Between the blocking in front of you, what you saw from the defense, the long touchdown run, what did you see there?
Yeah, honestly, they brought zero. Had a motion, guy jumping up in the window for my hot, and just kind of tucked it and felt space and just ran. Cooksey did such a great job of running his guy off and then blocking downfield to spring me loose. So you don't get those plays too often, so they're fun.
Did you say anything to James after the fumble, or you just let it
No,
go?
he understands, and again, I could have helped him out and not pumped the dart and just give it to him right away, and so I can take some blame in that.
On the last play, the scramble, the last third down, were you surprised that they didn't have like maybe two guys spying you? I mean, it was crazy how
Well, it's
open
third and
that got.
15. You don't expect the quarterback to run on there. I was expecting zero, so I changed the protection, changed the route from our back, and it just kind of opened up and just took off and just tried to get a first.
This was a game that the tight ends got really involved. Everybody from the tight end room was involved. Just when you're able to use those guys, get everybody. Dawson had one of his best games. Kincaid was back. Just when you're able to involve everybody, how does that help everybody?
It's awesome, and especially with those tight ends, they do such an amazing job in the run game. They don't get a lot of love and a lot of praise, but they got their opportunities tonight and they made the most of them. And we're going to need that going forward.
Was it nice to have Kincaid back?
Absolutely, yeah. He's a difference maker out there for us. We know that, and I think the defense knows that too. But he's an absolute stud.
Is there any reason you guys seem to have much more, not just offense, but as a team as a whole, your point differential in the second half is the best in the NFL? Is there any reason why at least it feels like you guys are a more confident group in the second half of games as opposed to the first half of games?
Yeah, I mean, I think early on in this game, I think we had 3 drives in the first half, a field goal, a touchdown, and we really kind of hurt ourselves on that third drive. So we knew that we were moving the ball well, and we were hurting ourselves. And if we can just stop hurting ourselves, we can find success. And you pair that up with a couple of turnovers from our defense. That's a good recipe right there.
Is there, are you thinking about the adjustments you guys make at halftime?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, guys just understanding what the team we're playing are trying to do to us. Having the trust in the coaches to make adjustments and then go out there and execute.
First half is it for you? You're on the sidelines and the defense can't get off the field, and like you said, you only got 3 possessions because of that. Is that a little frustrating going off the field at halftime, knowing that you're hardly having whatever?
Well, I mean, it was frustrating that we hurt ourselves on that drive, and knowing that we could have put ourselves in a better position on the offensive side of the ball. We stress with this team all the time is we don't blink, we don't panic. Doesn't matter if our defense is playing outstanding, we're not playing great, and vice versa for our offense. We have supreme trust in each other that we're going to figure it out. We're going to play for each other, and that's all we try to do is just not ride the wave, stay as calm as possible, and find a way to figure it out.
Can you, I know it's like a very small amount of time, but can you walk us through what it is like when Christian Benford intercepts that ball basically at the line and then returns it? Like, what are you doing on the sideline, and what is your team doing? Are you immediately into football mode, or is it at those moments you kind of quickly?
It's fan mode for sure, and it's a lot of swear words. Hopefully they weren't showing me on the sideline because I said a lot of bad ones. No, I mean it's fun to see your brother who worked extremely hard, a guy that's as humble as they come, a guy just does his job and he can make plays for your team in big moments of the game. It's so awesome. He deserves every bit of it. But yeah, I mean, that was a good turning point of the game. But at the same time, it was like, this game's not over. Who they have on that side of that side of the field, and Joe. I mean, the game is never over, and obviously you saw that to the last drive there.